Part of your certification process, as you're working towards silver, you need a technical certification. That technical certification can be done at the Big Brother camp, which is here in March. It can be done at the 2020 camp, which is either here in July, early July, or last year we did it at the University of Wisconsin. This year we'll do it probably at Spire Academy in Ohio. You basically travel in, it's on your own. We do rely on volunteerism of wrestling. So if you want to get a chance to work with the top juniors in the country, you would travel to Ohio, work with us at Spire, you would teach some sessions, and that would be your silver technical certification to show that you can teach it on the mat. Do you do positive reinforcement when you coach? What kind of coaching style do you have? We analyze all those things. And then for gold, part of it is teaching at a silver college. So Braumon's working on that right now, getting things set up for his gold. He's got a list of tasks that he's already sent me that I have to get on and start checking. And the other coaches that are presenting here, similar situation. When Nick is getting ready to do his, he'll be presenting. And then what I like too is, Hag comes in, he's going to present on the mat in a classroom session. And that's a gold certified coach coming in to get back. Volunteer pack last night, gold certified coming back. And a lot of our guys do that. And I would be remiss if I'm sure I missed some guys as they go through. No pressure. He's getting graded on this. It's a pretty tough, stringent test. Very excited to get a chance to have you show today. When we do that, we try to figure out what your areas of expertise are, where you really feel confident, and what you're really looking to do. Develop a program, we check it out, and we go through. What's nice is the more we get a chance to work with coaches at like the Big Brother camp, the 2020 camp, where you volunteer to come in, the more likely you are to get picked for tours, right? Where we're going to pay to send you to Cadet Pan Am, to the Junior Worlds, where we'll pick up that tab and we'll sit in the corner coaching those elite teams. And so that's kind of the payback. You kind of help give to us when we need you at those camps, and then that gives you a better chance to get pulled into those pools where you get paid to go around the world and coach our guys. So awesome stuff. I'm excited to see this. And Braumon Creighton.
Thanks, man. So just like Coach was saying, I've been working with USA Wrestling for about 6 years. I've been to several of those camps. I've been to Spire. I've been here to the Big Brother. I've been to the other summer camps. I wrestled for Coach Danny at UNO. I wrestled there for 5 years. I was a 4-time All-American. I was a 2-time national champion at UNO. My career record was 151 and 27 at UNO. And I've done a lot of study. I love the sport. I study the best guys. I've spent time with Pat Smith. I've spent time with David Taylor. I've spent time with Terry Brandt. I've spent time with Coach Slay. I've spent time with Coach Zadig. I've spent time with Coach Haggerty. So I really feel like I have a grasp of the stance and motion stuff. That's where I'm going to spend most of my time this morning. I'm going to teach you some stuff that you probably go, my kids can't do that, but I'll teach you some stuff that they definitely can do. Coaches love drills. I know as a coach, I love drills. I love drills because drills make skills. So I'm trying to give you a bunch of drills that you can do with your team to improve their footwork. Okay? I'm really big into moving your feet and getting a motion and a pace and a rhythm on your feet. That's where my whole thing was when I was competing. I wasn't a lockdown wrestler. I didn't wrestle with a lot of strength. I developed a low single in high school, and at some point you go, okay, a low single is just another move. But I like the principles that the low single did for me to make me an offensive wrestler, put me in a great stance for my head. I'm attacking with my head and all those things. So I want to start with a warm-up drill. I had the pleasure of going to Thailand in 2012. Coach Haggerty was on that trip, and I sat and I watched the Iranians warm up. The Iranian junior team. They smashed too. They did very well. The kids performed at a high level. And I watched them do this jumping routine for 45 minutes. And then they started their warm-up. And it was really incredible. So we're going to do like 2 minutes of that as a group. So stand up. Stand up. Come on out of here. Okay, so just follow my lead. Come on out. Get closer to me. Get closer to me. Okay, so start bouncing. We do what I do. Okay? We bounce in between. Bounce in between. We're always working on your mouth. Right now. Lift him up. Right. Bounce. Bounce. Again, I need TikTok. did that for 45 minutes. It was incredible. Okay.
2 weeks of recovery now.
So, I start with some drills. I really like, before I get into stance, I'll go through these drills because I think they're fundamental and we do them every day. This is one I know Bill's attic is really high on. It's rock over step. You probably do it in your room, but I don't know if your emphasis is the same as what I'm emphasizing. Put my foot down, chest over knee. I'm gonna rock over my foot into the shot and maintain some balance. I go other leg, rock over, and this is the speed position I'm looking for. Notice how my hips come up. I want to shoot with my hips. That's where I get a lot of my power. Put on the mat, that develops some coordination. I'm hit with my head and my shoulder. My head or my shoulder is the weapon. Okay, as I make contact with my opponent. Let's try that one once. Just go down the room once. Just play with it. Rock over step. Go. Drive your knee down.
Morning, how are you?
Fine, thanks yourself.
Good, really good.
I'll be in till about 23 11.
Awesome.
I'll take off the cross.
Very nice. I like it.
Okay, time. Come on back. Come on back. I won't have you do every single drill. I promise. What I see already with that is the same thing that the kids do. You want to step. You want to do this. That's a step. It's not a shot to me, in my mind. Okay? I'm driving off my back leg, off to my hips, my knee lands, and I'm in this what I call shoulder-knee alignment position, where my shoulder and my knee are in alignment. Okay? If I lose this, I'm probably going to lose the shot. Same thing with my low single. I have shoulder-knee alignment. So with all those shots, I'm constantly saying that to my kids and preaching shoulder-knee alignment. If I get like this, I'm probably going to be like this, and I'm probably going to lose the shot. Okay? So we do a lot of position catch-up drills. Where's my partner at? Coach Haggerty, come out here. Thank you, sir. I get to boss him around for once. So we want to catch up. You're going to take a bad shot, and you want to be able to recover from that bad shot. So when I get in on the double leg, and he sprawls on me, not to the mat, just take your feet back. I need to catch up. Take your feet back. Catch up to it. Catch up. Now I'm on my feet. Okay, so great drill, great skill. We do a lot of swisher pulls. I'll pull you back in a second, Coach. Swisher pulls. This is like my favorite drill for developing your penetration. I want the kids to be able to move their feet, and this is the key skill for me, was moving my feet and swishing. And going from square to stagger, and being comfortable, and not having to really think about this. It just happens. My opponent starts pushing me, I circle, my feet go back to stagger, and I'm ready to shoot. Coach Steiner spent some time yesterday talking about staying in position to shoot. If I go like this, I'm not in the right leg lead. I can't shoot from this position. Or I don't shoot from this position. So, learn how to jab, move your feet, keep your shoulder knee alignment. So the swisher pull really is a low single drill, but it helps all your inside step penetration shots. I'll explain that in a second. But I'm square, I swisher, I'm going to drop, and I'm going to pull. I get back up, I do it again. Straight line penetration, nice and smooth. My hands up the whole time. I want to avoid this down shooting position. I don't want the kid shooting down. I want them to be able to change levels and shoot either straight or up. Okay, so that's a swisher pull. I call these Tupacs. You guys know what Tupac is. Okay, so here's one Pac, Tupac. Land like a cat, back down to your knees. One Pac, Tupac. Okay, explosion. Getting the kids to explode, using their hips. Awesome for teaching kids how to use power and how to snap with their wrestling. So I get into stance, and my stance in motion. When I'm square, I'm covering my legs with my head and chest. I really try to focus on, I'm a John Smith disciple, if you will. So I don't think John's wrong about anything. And I know he focuses on really getting the pressure for his guys on the inside of your feet. When I see this position, I'm going to eat this guy up. heels. I see your stance up here. I'm going, that's too easy. That's too easy. So I want the kids to cover their legs with their head and chest. My elbows are in, I look like a block. Like a block. There's no head to grab, there's no arms to grab. So I start moving. It's short steps in a circle. My center of gravity is right out here in front of me. I'm nice and relaxed the whole time. So we'll go through a series of circle drills. So where you stand tall and circle. And they're developing rhythm. They're thinking, this is really a resting state. I'm catching my breath. I'm studying my opponent's feet. Obviously, I'm not standing up if we're right close to each other. Then I'll say break down. So they'll go from this position. Break down. Short session. I'm visualizing my opponent in front of me. I'm taking, as if the guy's in the middle, I'm circling around him. I'm not going to pivot. Okay, it's not basketball. I want to circle around my opponent. Stand tall. Break down. Change directions. Let's do that one time. Stand up. Okay. Get your space. Stand tall. Ready, circle. Go. Move your feet. Move your feet. Stand tall right now. Stand tall. Stand tall. Stand tall. Nice and light on your feet. Okay, break down. Elbows are in. Hand it up. Quick to the back of your neck. Stay square right now. Stay square. Okay, free. Okay. What a lot of people want to do is you'll want to go into that staggered position. And this is really not what we're looking for. I want you to be able to go from square, move your feet square, and get to that staggered. When I say go. So we're not going staggered yet, just square. Square means straight line between your legs. I got wrinkles in the back of my neck if I'm on my stance. So I'm not like this, I'm like this. Elbows are in, nice and relaxed. Okay, again, stand tall, ready to go. Circle, circle. Break down, break down. Keep moving, keep moving. Keep moving. Short step, short step. Stay on your feet, step on your feet. Stay on your feet, step. Time. Okay, breathe. Excellent. Have a seat. Have a seat. Some things to focus on. You know, as an athlete, they say they want your toes pointed forward. Okay, pointed forward. When you squat, you're doing an athletic squat. You want your toes pointed forward as you go straight up and straight down. Same thing really here in my square stance. A lot of you got your feet like this and you started moving. This makes you slow. This makes you slow. This is not where we want to be. We want to be here, like this, in this position. I'm able to get my legs back faster when my knee is sort of turned in and my weight's on my instep. So all my reactions from getting into my shot, to getting out of the shot, to getting into my motion, to get my legs back, all happens faster just by the position of my feet in my body position. Okay? But now we get into foot speed and swishing. When I say swishing, I'm talking about just putting one leg in front, one leg in back. If I had a line and I had the kids stand on the line, a lot of them will go like this. Or they'll go. Okay? That's not what we're looking for. I'm not looking to step into him and he times my foot and shoots on me. And I'm also not looking to take myself away from my opponent. I want to split this line right there. And that's a great foot speed drill, coordination. And they get comfortable right here. And it goes back to all the same basic principles. Chest over your knee. Knee over your toe. This is your power line. Your body's meant to go this way in a straight line. This is your most powerful position. Right here. Okay. And also, my head's in the way. My hands are in the way. There's really not much he can do to me other than make it maybe an ankle pick or try to get on my head. There's not a whole lot of opportunities for him to shoot on me when I'm in this great stance. So we spend a ton of time working on our foot speed, working on our swisher. So here's another foot speed drill I really like. Stand up, do another one. Okay. You do it, you learn it, right? Drills and skills. So we're learning how to move our feet. First one, I'll just go 20 seconds. I'll take you through like my favorite three. And all we're doing is just this right here. On the line, staying in a good stance. Don't let your arms go out like this. Don't come out of your stance. Right here. Nice and relaxed, never mind. Don't put your feet so high. Shorter steps. Shorter steps. Shorter steps. Down to that stance. Keep going. Keep going. 10 seconds. Go. one isn't so specific to wrestling, but it's great for your coordination. And we're just going to cross them. So the line splitting our feet, cross, back to square, cross. Keep your hands in front. Go, do it. And time. Next one. Blow it out. Now we're going to turn our hips. Turn our hips. So like I'm on a platform, like a quarterback. I'll make a pass, I'm on a platform, I'm going to go. I keep my shoulders facing the same direction. I want my toes to point. Ready? Go. Turn your chest. Keep your chest facing forward. Turn your lower body.
I like it.
Good. 10 more, 10 more. Okay, time. Nice job. Go back. Have a seat. For those, in combination with your switchers, excellent for learning how to move your feet. And when you do this stuff, you become quick. They say, Coach, you're fast, you're quick. I hear that from kids all the time, I hear that from coaches. I tell people all the time, nobody told me I was fast when I was getting barred up and my face put in the mat. All right? It was only when I started winning, oh, you're so fast. Well, it's because I did these drills and I got better at it. So, really good stuff. Next one, let's talk about moving down the mat. So, getting the kids to jab and motion in their stance. So, part of the reason we do this drill is that you learn how to control one side of your body and keep the other part relaxed. I don't want to wrestle with a lot of tension. I want to be nice and loosey-goosey and snap and explode and push off the mat. There's a reason Jordan Burroughs is the fastest wrestler in the world. There's a reason Usain Bolt is the fastest runner in the world. It's because they push off the ground harder than everybody else in the world. Okay, pretty simple if you think about it. So you got to learn how to fire off the ground. Okay, so we'll work on our coordination as we move down the mat. We'll stay staggered, and I'll focus on back foot now. Now we're jabbing. I'm keeping my chest over my knee 6 to 8 inches. Always. This is a chain. This stays together. I don't get like this. My body doesn't come up like that, and it's a trained skill. So when I go back foot, move into my stance. I'm moving as I push, I move forward. Push, I move forward. Pressure my opponent. I don't drag my foot behind me. Push and bring it back up. So my focus will be on my back foot. Okay? Sometimes I tell them to put the focus on the front foot. So the front foot is, I call it our J-O. Okay, you guys all know Jordan Oliver and his little foot fire step. And we really try to perfect this. And what it does is it gets my opponent jumping. Gets him jumping. He doesn't know when I'm coming. He's anxious the whole time. And if he's anxious and doing like this, well then he's not shooting on me. He's capital D for defense, and that's what I want. I want to do all the shooting. I want to do all the scoring. I shoot, I score. You just try to stop me. That's what the game is. Okay? So, I'll say back foot, and then we'll jab. I'll say front foot, and then we'll jab. Now what I'm doing is slide my foot across the mat. I'm trying to take my sock and push it to the front of my shoe. And that's all it does. And the kids start moving. And it's almost like they get numb. They get numb to it, and then you just strike them. Okay, so back foot, front foot. We'll do a sprawl drill as we move down the mat, because obviously sprawling and defense is part of your motion. So when I'm moving, I'll say jab, then I'll blow the whistle, yell out sprawl. When I say sprawl, the front foot disappears. My hands go to the mat, my head stays up, right there. My leg is straight, my laces are flat. So if he did get underneath me, I would slide. Okay, my back foot's bent. Sometimes we circle up, sometimes we pop up. When we pop up, it's more like I'm thinking for a reshot. I try to bring my leg through the hole in my chest. And I'm back up. him, pulling my hips straight to the mat. What most people do when they sprawl is this motion. They go up. There shouldn't be any up. It should all be down. Right? I meter. So if you catch yourself doing this or going like this to sprawl, that's wrong. That's wrong. You need to fix that. So, things going down the mat. I pull my heel to my butt and my leg goes straight. My leg goes straight. My head and chest is up. I'm never here. I never go here. I want to be here so I can recover. Sometimes we circle up, so I have them square, square, square. Back to their feet and you're still resting. Okay? We'll do hand sprawls. And this is like our track start position where I'm just trying to get my hands to the mat and block the guy with my head. So, I'm here. Both hands are going down. I'm moving my feet though. It's not just here. My feet go back. And I'm in this track position where I can run through the guy if I need to. Sometimes we do knee sprawls where we just take it away. So if my opponent was to fake me from the outside, I go right here. But my head is up. And as he comes into me, I'm going to be prepared for a shot from that position. So recognize how I bring my power leg back up. So we're here. Coach Haggerty, where you at? So if he fakes on me, I want to keep my distance. My head is between me and him. Okay? So he's walking right in. Okay. Well, I'm prepared to take another shot from that position. So I'll come out, bring my foot up. I can sometimes shoot from here, right? Or more commonly, I'll go here, and as he walks in, I'm into my shot.
You're still pressing up your back foot?
Yeah, so shooting off both feet, really. Shoot off both feet. And when you do these drills, when you work on using your front foot, and you work on using your back foot, then instinct takes over, right? And then you're doing things as an athlete that the coach didn't teach. Because you got instinct now, and you're getting confidence and power from this position. So those are my sprawls that I do. Just hang on here for a second. We went over stance and motion. So the BC shuffle. I had a teammate of mine. Not a teammate. I coached this guy against Mauricio Wright. He's a two-time national champion for San Francisco State coaching. He called this the BC shuffle. So I would play this game all the time, and it was like I'm a bullfighter. And I'm going, Toro, Toro, come get me. Come get me. So as he brings his hand right into my chest, just don't shoot, just walk into me like this. Okay, so he comes in. Boom, boom. And that's the game. And they want to grab me. So all this stuff makes him anxious. And he wants to put his hands on me. Now he feels safe. Now he can feel me. He feels comfortable. So I'll act like I want to tie up. He comes in. He sees jump. Right there. Most of my double legs, when I was competing, came with a guy like this. He's standing just like this. Okay? If you can't score a double leg from that position, you'll probably choose another sport. Right? So, the whole Toro thing, as he goes by, it's like I stab him with a dagger, just like a bullfighter would. Oh, there it is. Left hook. Can't coach the lefty like these, so it makes it a little more awkward. You got another lefty. Even lefties don't like less than other lefties. So, I love that motion. And I'm playing a game with him. And I'm pairing it. Any questions about this stuff before I continue? Okay, so the little single. Let's get into the little single a little bit. So, I love this shot. It's an inside step penetration. And I really didn't even understand the difference. I was a national champion at UNO in 1998. And I did a clinic with Hart Elmore and this guy named Jimmy Aries from Oklahoma State. And I didn't know the difference between an outside step and inside step. And I was already a national champion. I mean, it's important skill that you understand the difference. And it will make a difference in your thinking. As Coach talks about being your own best coach, learning what shot to take when. I can't take an outside step unless the guy's giving me pressure. So a lot of times you're going to have to score from behind, where the guy is backing away from you. Okay? How are you gonna take an outside step if he's moving backwards? He's winning. He's winning. I gotta go get him. I can't take an outside step from this position. It must be an inside step. So I need to be able to travel. Okay, I need to be able to travel. So this low single, coach will righty for me. Okay, so when I take this low single, don't move right now, just drill it. I switch my feet, I'm in a stagger stance. I'm gonna change levels. And I say low single low. So my chest is touching my knee, but my head is up. And I'm firing off my both feet really, but my back foot is the trigger. And I want my knee to slide just in front of his knee, and I capture the ankle. Okay? So, right here. So my head is up, and this is the angle I'm looking for in his foot. This is perfect for me. My hands past the foot, my head is up and in. I don't shoot my head through the hole. I don't try to finish with my neck. If I get here, I recoil. And I come back and I find it. My trail leg comes up. So, you know, anytime you're on two knees, they say you're in bad position in wrestling, right? But if you pay close attention, I'm not on two knees. I'm really still on one knee. So I hit the shot, boom, this leg comes up. And my body, back away, coach. My body is in this coiled position. And I cock my arm, and I've captured the foot, and I'm ready to put the guy down. This is, to me, I love this position. Okay? And this is not just for little guys, because Travell Delagneff has got probably the best low single on the national team. Okay? Kyle Schneider won the world championship versus a Russian with a low single. Okay? The move works. Okay? It works at a high level. So, love the low single. And what it does for you is, like I said, it puts you in this attack stance. Right in the face. Move him right here. Okay, so that's one inside step penetration. I can go the same shot for my double, which is what I did when I was competing in college. I took that same motion and I just shot higher. So coach is square, and I really believe anytime this guy was in a square stance, I can take him down with a double. As soon as I recognize square, I can take a double. And it's that same motion. Maybe I do the BC shuffle, I get him to reach, so that's, say square. He reaches up, I drop. Okay, and this is the position I'm looking for. And when I hit, I'm not stepping. I shoot it very similar to the way Coach Stone shoots his, where there's no step now. Okay, I'm not going to step into it. If I did this and I moved his arm out of the way, sure, I'd step. I got more time to step. I need to be as fast as possible. So as soon as I start this motion, he knows I'm coming. He's reacting, he's dropping his hands, he's moving away from me. So I cock my body, okay, reach, right there. Okay, now I'm looking through him. I'm half man, so I'm still. I'm not toe to toe with this guy like I would be for a low single. Okay, low single, I'm trying to get as close to this foot as I can. I want to get right here. Double leg, I cut him, I split him in half. I change levels, and I'm looking for my shoulder to make contact. I need to impact. Boom. A lot of times I'll shoot my hand past the legs and get my hands. Once I get to this position, this is two. He's not getting out of this position. Okay. From here, I would single leg squat. This is getting into our lift. I'm going to go single leg squat. Pick him up, try to do him, blast him, whatever you want to do. Okay, we'll get into that single leg squat. Someone when we start talking high crotch. How's my time? What time is it?
We are 10, 11 minutes left.
So, back to the double again. I'm looking for him to reach and shoot. This is the same setup, you know, little kids use, where they do like this. Guy looks over here, you shoot. Clap my hand over here, he shoots. Only difference is I'm staying in a great wrestling position, and I'm moving, I reach. Here we go, tie up with me. Right there. See how he's almost falling over me? That's what I want. Boom. But I need to get, and coach is such a great stance, I need to get here, tight, clamping. My elbows are tight. I don't come in like this. I punch my hands to get to the leg. So a lot of my speed comes from my hand speed, whether it be low single speed, whether it be double leg speed with my hand speed. Okay? Really important that you learn how to punch with your hands. Okay? Obviously go high crotch. Okay? And this is for you guys to go, man, it's gonna take a long time for my kids to do that. Okay, that's true. It takes a while. Okay? I'll put in a slightly different system, whereas we make contact, and I call it a fast grab position. So my head, square for me, lefty. Okay, let me have it.
You want right?
Just stay square, right? Just stay square. So I'm here, tied, and I V-block. Now, I get into this head tie game, and coach starts to take the head position away from me. I change levels, and there's my knee spin. So there's another type of penetration, okay? Coach, national team coach, Bruce Barnett, calls it a knee spin. So that's where I developed that name, the knee spin. It's just this position. And I'll take a whole room full of kids and develop a knee spin in one day. So it starts like this. We'll go square. We'll go square. I don't need it right now. We'll go square, and then we'll step squat. Square, step squat. This hand is just to make sure they're low enough. Okay? It's not because this hand's going to be on the inside tie. But now for the drill, it's low. I like to teach the mechanics of the move. Once they get that, then everything else is easy. So I'm here, and we knee spin. Have them get up again. Step squat, knee spin. I want to get 180 degrees. So if I'm facing this direction, and I knee spin, I should be facing the opposite direction. Okay? And that's a great shot that everybody can do. And it's not a space shot. Even though I can hit it from space. I can come in from space and just come off, go square for me right now. Just come off his head and knee spin. I can go fake drag this side. I fake drag, he reacts. There's my knee spin. Okay, lots of different ways to get to it. Or the most common off the inside tie, almost like a near arm far leg, release the arm. I believe backside is best. I want to go backside best. If he squares on me, I'll come to my feet. Okay, high crotch from the same position. I got an inside tie. I got hip position. Maybe I freeze it. Freeze. I'm not really trying to snap him to the ground. If he goes down, great. I'll go from there. Okay? But I want to freeze him. And I'm taking an inside step. I become part of this leg. Okay? Now I'm going to go outside arm, outside leg, right there. And I'm deep. I'm deep. Okay? Now I go back to my one-legged squat. My single leg squat. Squat. Right through. Without a partner, you can penetrate. Boom. Outside arm, outside leg. Single leg squat. Get kids to do this combination and coordinate their body so they really understand. Then you put weight on them, man, they develop it quick. They develop it quick, and they're doing the right things. And their body's turning, and they're getting the corner. This is the way most of us were taught to switch off on your high crotch. If you go high crotch, switch off. High crotch, switch off. Right? Would you agree? Coaches, that's old school. That's old school. Now, the national team coaches want this. That's what they want. That's what they want. It's a better position. Okay? It's difficult, especially if you've been doing that for years. So, you gotta learn first, then you can teach the guys and the girls.
Let's read that one time. With the hand.
Sure. Without partner? With partner. With the partner. So I hit my shot. Remember, I'm looking for shoulder impact. Okay? I don't want to go this way, away from him. I want to pop the bubble. So if there's a bubble on his hip, my head is popping the bubble. Boom! Like that. Now I go single leg squat. Boom! 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 Run him down. I don't even need to switch off yet until I get the weight on the far leg. Great skill, great drill. Questions? Questions? Yes.
Yeah, most things, I try to do a lot of, I love it. I just think, our team's not full of athletes.
Right.
I get worried about, especially when they're trying to start it, and they want to experiment with it in practice or even in matches. They get stuck underneath the guy.
Right.
How much time are you spending talking about they're not in the front end?
Great point. So, first of all, I don't know if I'd have my whole team do it. Right? I might take just a section of guys that are athletic, we're flexible. Doesn't necessarily mean lightweights, but just whoever's got the ability to change levels and get down there. I'd have those guys and do low singles with those guys. Okay? We spend a lot of time getting out too. Getting out. If I was going to do a misdirection, low single. So just stand square. Okay? It's a lateral motion, but I'm going to go bang, bang, bang. I'm showing, and then I'm going to, and I'll make a noise. And get to the other side. Notice my knees change. So it's My knee didn't go to the mat, other side. Okay? And, you know, with my really good low single guys, I'll have them just go square. And they'll just come out with first part of practice and just right leg low single, left leg low single, right leg low single, left leg low single. Then we'll start going misdirection to both sides. So they really get comfortable striking either foot. And I like that vocabulary. You strike the foot. I don't shoot to the foot. I strike the foot. Big difference, right? And we also got to be able to go, when he goes to cover me, I back out of it. I can get him to go down, he goes down to the mat, I cover him. I cover him. And then I go to my short offense. Okay, so a lot of time getting in and out, spend a ton of time on peek outs. Okay? So if his hands go, and these are the two that I really focus on, his hands come in front, we drag. His hands go over the top, we peek. Pretty simple. Right? So coach is in the light chest lock, drops to both knees. Okay, that's a light chest lock. Okay. So now my head is in the center. So if I start looking like this, he knows which way I'm going, he's going to try to step over me. I need to be somewhat deceptive. I might move this way, and then I'm going to pull him off. Pull him off. And it's my elbow without a partner. It looks like this. My back is straight, my hand stays underneath so I can go back to the double. I don't bring my hands out this way. My hand in so I can turn the corner and go through him. I'm not trying to go around him. I go through him. What most kids will do, and coaches, they'll do this because they lack flexibility, and then they get stepped over. I can't recover from here. I can recover from here. If he tries to step over me, I go peek, he tries to step over me, he's right in my double leg. I'm running that down. Okay, so my knee slides, I'm on my shin, right there. Okay, and we need to be able to go both directions from this. Both directions. Short drag. If the hands come in front, like me, he doesn't lock his hands on your front head, correct? Right, so, but most guys do. Most guys do. So when they go to lock their hands, see, I knew he was going to go left-handed too. Go right-handed. Okay, now go back to left hand. Go back to left hand. Go to the other side. Okay, so it doesn't matter. I pull, first priority, breathe. Breathe. You start backing out of this position, they're going to choke you. And you probably deserve to be choked. So you can't whip out of this position. I got to stay tough. I take it, I take the elbow to my chest. Relax a little bit, just for teaching sake. Here, I'm going to dip my shoulder. Now he's already sliding off. And I pull him out. So this is different technique, right? This is not your conventional, most people drag, they just try to rip it off. Okay, that hurts. That hurts. Plus, it's just not as efficient. It's pulling my ears, it's ripping my face, it really hurts. I kind of want to create some space. Some space. And then I pull, and I reach, watch my turtle leg, boom. And I get my leg to the far side. So, again, the technique is ear, breathe. Okay, I'm not going right away, I'm not showing. I dip. I dip. You feel that, coach? Boom. And then I get back behind you and get into my right. My turn. Okay. Other questions?
Can you show your misdirection drill to both sides?
Sure. So, you know, there's several different, I'll say several, but there's a couple different misdirections. There's not a ton of setups to low single, right? It's mostly speed and timing and anticipation. So, my favorite, the one I started with in high school, was just fake here and go there. So it's like a cross step. Coach calls it stepping in the box. We talked about this before, where I'll go. He reacts, I go to the far side, put him down. Okay, that's really old school favorite. The new school favorite is the knee change. And I really focus on, I spent some time with Pat Smith on this one. And you know, we used to go to our knee. We used to go to our knee. Now we don't go to our knee. We stay off of our knee. And it's that much faster. So we're eliminating steps. We're eliminating steps. Okay, and it's not a, and even that was kind of wrong because I went forward with it. It really should be a lateral move. It should be right there. Head to the knee, cock your body, same finish on the other side. Okay. Got another great timing drill. Because low singles all about anticipation. Same with your doubles. Okay, so get in your mind to recognize when the foot's going to be there And to be there when the foot gets there is huge, right? So coach was down on a low single stance, just stand down and be ready to strike your low single. With your left leg. I'm like this, I'm dancing in front of my partner, and I'm gonna go. And he's gonna be there when the foot lands. So I go. That was way late. Way late. Again. Wait, no, you gotta wait for me! Wait for me to step.
Not avoid right.
So I go, put that foot down again. Oh, there it is. Right. So you don't go on your hip line. I don't like the hip stuff. That's. So I'll do it for me. High knees. Just sort of do this, and then. Go ahead.
You gotta go faster than that.
7 times. And I want to be there when the foot gets there. I'm moving my feet. That was my
Time.
So that's another great drill. Once the guys get comfortable with it and they learn how to work together, high knees, you really see my feet, and breathe in. And breathe in. And their timing is incredible when you do this stuff. It's like, just like any skill you do, like you gotta put time into it. You gotta believe in it. You gotta have commitment with this stuff. And then it works. It really does. It changes everything with your wrestling.
Bacon to the eggs.
Say again?
Bacon to the eggs. You got to commit.
Absolutely.
Be the pig.
If you're in on the low single, then you come in over top and look at the top.
Okay, so it's not a little single clinic, but we'll get into this shot. So I get in, and you guys get into the crotch. In here? Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna go right here, and he's on his back. He's on his back. There you go. So I do a lot of hip heisting. Okay, I really believe in hip heists. And for mat wrestling, for scramble wrestling, a lot of our finishes are hip heist type finishes. And there's several different types of hip heists, right? So there's like an escape off the bottom hip heist, flip, I step out, flip. Okay, there's just a power hip heist. Just learning how to pump some power. And then my finishes, lots of my finishes come. I'm in, he drinks over. Okay, either way, I see that foot, I take that foot away. I take that foot away. If he can post up on that foot, now he can start to lift my body and stuff, and no good, right? So he drops the chest, take the foot away. Now I put him on his back, but I'm pushing. I don't just turn, I actually pick the foot up, and I push back with my body into him, and then I'm in a hip heist. Okay, one more time. Okay, if it's a horse, you box, rolls me through, 360, shake them off, drop your hips, all that good stuff. Okay. Questions? 2 minutes left. You hear the questions. Like a lot of hand stuff too, right? So it's not just faking from outside. We want to be physical with our hands. I can grab, I can grab him, pull him out, I can try to get him to do this. Okay, I can post his head. You know, a lot of coaches talk about range, getting the range. Most of these kids will shoot too far away, you know, when they're first learning this shot. You want to be close. It's like if we're boxing, we talk a lot about boxing this weekend. If we were going to box, I go 1, 2, move. 1, 2, move. 1, 2. I wouldn't go 1, 2. Right? Now I can't hit him. So I got to stay close enough to hit him. So, carrying with my hands, you know, lots of the Jordan Burroughs stuff where you're moving the guy, moving your feet. This is one of my favorites. Don't share this one with anybody. Okay? So, I'll fake. I start posting his head. Notice what he did? He did what I wanted right there. Especially if he's a right leg lead, which coach is not, but most guys are. I keep my post hand down, my other hand down. I post his head. He went up and grabbed my wrist. This is natural. That's natural. Take it off. Okay. I'll do it again. Thank you. It's too easy. You can take guys down 3 or 4 times and they still don't know how you got to their leg. What are you doing? How are you getting in there so fast? It's really not that fast. It's just most position, disguising. Head up. I hit, I back out, I score. Okay? If he goes over the top, just put your hands on the mat behind me. I might come up Iranian, old school Iranian. Right? I really don't do this one as much anymore because with all the scrambling, you know, I like for people to come up on me like that because I'm trying to knock them down. But when I come up again, my position when I come up is to slide. I don't just come up. I come up and I slide with big chest. And I want to put pressure on that foot. I really want to be mean, I'll pull the foot to my chest. So I'm in, his hands go over, I slide. I want to straighten that leg. Okay? Now he's in a lot worse position than if he was here and his weight's on me. Ah! Heavy. I don't want to feel that weight. I hate weight. One more time. So I'm up, I'm under, I slide. Now I can come around. Easy. Easy points. Okay, just to show you what I'm talking about from the scramble position. I'm taking folk style now. He gets in, come up Iranian. Okay, as soon as he comes up like this, I'm gonna try to kick him down to the back. And I'll just take my leg and swing it, kick him in his chest, and pull him down. And now we're in another scramble. And he's probably not in that position too many times. He's like this. So, creating scenarios where you know what you're doing and they don't. I've been in there way more than you have. I'm probably going over that. Okay. Other questions? Okay, thanks man, I appreciate that.